Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous video we have covered unboxing about Banana Pi BPI-P2 Pro IoT board with Rockchip RK3308B processor. Okay, and this board is having 512 MB of RAM, 8 GB eMMC storage, and this board does support the power on Ethernet. So without giving power from the USB-C port, you can also power up this board via Ethernet port. Okay, because this board is supporting power on Ethernet functionality. Okay, here you can see I have this board, okay, which is provided by Banana Pi, and in this video we are going to cover the getting started guide for this board. Okay, here you can see the chip Rockchip RK3308B, and this is having 512 MB of RAM, 8 GB eMMC storage, and here we have the SD card slot to boot the operating system from the SD card if required. Okay, we can also flash the operating system onto the eMMC storage, so that is also possible. Okay, and here you can see we have two buttons, reset and recovery. So here you can see a reset and recovery button. Okay, so this is just like reset and boot button. So whenever you want to go into the boot mode, you can press recovery button to go to the boot mode. Now we are going to cover getting started guide, and we are going to flash Debian operating system onto the eMMC storage of this board. Okay, I'm not going to use the SD card. We will directly flash operating system onto the eMMC storage, and this board doesn't have the HDMI output port. Okay, you can see. So this board is completely headless board, so without any screen you have to use this board. So let's see how you can set up this board. Okay, so here on our website we have provided few links, okay, to download system image. Okay, so if you want to download the build root system image for your BPI-P2 Pro board, then you can visit this link. If you want to download Debian 11, then you can visit this link, and if you want to download Debian bullseye image, then you can visit this link. Also, I have added the wiki page link here. Okay, let me refresh. Yeah, here is the wiki page link. Okay, so you can directly open this wiki page of BPI-P2 Pro board, and if you want to getting start, then here is the getting started guide, and you can also visit this getting started guide from this page. Okay, so here is the getting started link. Now here you can see we have 40 pin header, 512 MB of DDR3 RAM, 12 pin header, Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth chip. Here is our processor, here is our power on Ethernet module, Type-C port, RJ45, USB 2.0, this is AV output, this is the reset key, this is the recovery, and this is the LED. Okay, and here we have the 8 GB of eMMC storage on the back side of the board, and here is our micro SD card slot for operating system. Now in this video, we are going to install the image directly onto the eMMC storage. Okay, so first of all, you have to download the Rockchip USB driver, okay, from this link, and you have to install the driver. Now I have already downloaded the Rockchip driver installation assistant. Here you can see driver assistant version 5.11. So I'm going to run this software and we'll click on the install driver. Okay, here you can see driver installation is fine. Now we can press OK and we can close this. Now the next step, we are going to use Rockchip USB download tool to flash the operating system onto the eMMC storage. Now here you can see RK Dev tool, okay, which we have to use. So I have already downloaded that one as well. So here you can see update eMMC tool and RK Dev tool. So I'm going to open this folder, and here is our software, okay, RK Dev tool. After that, here you can see open RK Dev tool, switch to the upgrade firmware page. Okay, so we have to switch to the upgrade firmware page, and then after press the firmware button and open the image file which we want to flash. So here we can click on the firmware button, and then you have to select the image file which you want to flash onto your BPI-P2 Pro board. Okay, so we will navigate to BPI-P2 Pro folder, and I want to flash the BPI-P2 Pro Debian 11 image, okay, to my board. So that's why I'm going to select this one. Okay, here you can see firmware version, loader version, chip information, and here is the firmware file link, or you can say operating system file link. After that, you have to press recovery button, okay, and then you have to connect your BPI-P2 Pro board with your system. So this is done. Okay, now what we have to do is we can plug this here. Okay, I can press this recovery button and I can plug the second end of the USB cable to my system. Okay, we have plugged that into our system, and now I'm going to release it. Okay, we have released. Now we will open that RK dev tool, and here you can see found one loader device. Okay, so we have found one device in which we can load our firmware. Now let's read the instruction. We have reached till here, found one loader device. Now we can click on upgrade to flash the entire image to eMMC storage of this board. Okay, so you just have to open this RK dev tool. You have to click on firmware. You have to select your file, okay, BPI-P2 Pro Debian 11. Then after, you have to press recovery button. You have to connect your board with system, and then you can release the recovery button. Once you do that, you will have this message here, found one loader device. And once you found that, you can just hit on the upgrade button. Okay, and here you can see it is downloading firmware to your BPI-P2 Pro board, okay, onto the eMMC storage. We are not using SD card. Okay, so let's wait until entire process is done. Okay, here you can see download firmware success, and here you can see our light is flashing with different colors. Okay, download firmware success, reset device start, and reset device success. So device is successfully reset. Our firmware, or you can say operating system, is successfully flashed onto the eMMC storage of this board. And here you can see we didn't plug any SD card here. Okay, now how to access the terminal of this board? That is the main question. Okay, so for that, here we have the details. Okay, I'm not going to follow this image. Instead, I'm going to follow the image provided on this page, maybe. Yeah, so this is the image we are going to follow. Now here you can see in the 12 pin header section, okay, the third pin is for the ground, and here we have two pins for TX and RX. Okay, open image in the new tab. Yeah, here you can see this pin is for the ground and this 2 pin is for TX and RX. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this USB to TTL converter, okay, with this 12 pin header, and then I'm going to plug this USB to TTL converter with my system so that we can access the terminal of this board using this USB to TTL converter. So I'm going to disconnect the board from my system, and then we'll plug the cables with 12 pin header to access the terminal. Okay, so I have made up the connection. Now here you can see on the camera. So this is the connection which we have made. Now ground of this USB to TTL converter is connected with the ground pin of this board. RX of this USB to TTL converter is connected with the TX of this board, and TX of this USB to TTL converter is connected with the RX of this board. Okay, now I have plugged this to my USB hub, and we haven't started the board yet. Okay, now we will check the COM port on which this USB to TTL is connected to our system. So we will go to the manage, and on the device manager we don't have any ports yet, okay, because we haven't started our device yet. So now I'm going to start my device. Okay, so our device is started. You can see the LED is flashing, and then after we can see the ports here. It is connected on the COM4. Now I'm going to open the PuTTY here, and here I have created the configuration, okay, which I'm going to load now. So here we have selected COM4, Okay, and speed you have to select this one, 150 and 4 times 0. Okay, 15 and then 5 times 0. So this is the speed which you have to select, and you have to select the related COM ports. Okay, then after you can click on open to access the terminal of this board. Now you don't see anything here, okay, because everything is loaded successfully. Now I'm going to press the reset button. Okay, now you can see the details here on the screen. Okay, here you can see we have access to the terminal of this board. Okay, and here you can see Debian Linux 11. Now it is the power on Ethernet single board computer. Okay, so that's why it will run some commands automatically, but you have to cancel those commands by pressing Ctrl C. Now what we have to do is either we can connect this board with our Ethernet, okay, or either we can connect this board with our Wi-Fi. Now I'm going to connect this board with my Wi-Fi system. Okay, so first of all we will check that Wi-Fi interface is up or not. So I'm going to run ifconfig command, and here you can see Wi-Fi interface is not up, so we have to make it up. But how? So for that, here is the instruction. So if you scroll down, then Wi-Fi, yes. So you have to copy this command, you have to paste that command here, and then you have to hit enter. Okay, now here you can see we have the output. Okay, so once you run this command, find command, you have this kind of output, and once you have this kind of output, you can run this command. Okay, so I'm going to run this command, and that's it. It will do something for me. Okay, and then after we can run the ifconfig command, and then after we will have the wireless interface. So once you see this kind of commands running, you can press Ctrl C, and then again you can okay, let me clear the screen. Then you can run ifconfig command, and then after you will be able to see the wireless interface here. Now I can copy this command to scan the available Wi-Fi network. Okay, and here you can see, let me clear the screen, let me paste it again, and yeah, here you can see Capgemini 4G and Capgemini 5G, two Wi-Fi network available. So this board is capable for both 4G and 5G Wi-Fi band. Okay, or you can say 2.4 gigahertz of band and 5 gigahertz of band. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my board with 4G Wi-Fi, or you can say 2.4 gigahertz of band. So I'm going to copy this command. I'm going to paste that here, and it will ask me for the password. Okay, and we have provided the password, and here you can see device WLAN 0 successfully activated. So we have successfully made the connection of this board with my home Wi-Fi network. Okay, now I can again run the ifconfig command, and here you can see the IP address of my board, which I can copy and which I can ping from my system. So I'm going to open the system command prompt, ping 192.168.1.15. Okay, we are getting successful pings. So our device is up and running. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to SSH into our BPI-P2 Pro board. Okay, we have successfully logged into the terminal of our BPI-P2 Pro board, but you cannot log in with the root user. Okay, you have to log in with the Linaro user. Now let me try that again. Okay, so I'm going to clear the screen. Okay, CLS, and we will use this SSH command. Okay, SSH Linaro @ IP address of our BPI-P2 Pro board, and then you can hit enter. And once you hit enter, it will ask you for the password. So for the Banana Pi M4 Berry and for Banana Pi M4 0, this is the login and this is the password. Okay, root login, and this is the root password, and this is the default login, and this is the default password. Okay, but for the BPI-P2 Pro board, the default user is the Linaro, and the password is also Linaro. So LINARO, and then you have to hit enter. Okay, now here you can see we are successfully logged in. Okay, now the last login is from this IP address, and this is the IP address of my system. Now let's check the CPU. So ls CPU, and here is the CPU detail. Now let's check the free memory, or you can say free RAM. Okay, so this much is of RAM available. Now let's check the storage. So here you can see 1.6 GB is available, okay, for root user. Now let's check the block, okay, or you can say memory block, LSBLK. Now here you can see eMMC block 0 is our eMMC storage, which is having size of 7.3 GB, and this 7.3 GB is divided into multiple sub blocks. Okay, so here you can see user data mount point is occupying 4.2 GB of size, okay, and here also you can see the same. Okay, so this is how you can flash the Debian 11 operating system onto the eMMC storage of your Banana Pi BPI-P2 Pro board. And after successful flashing, you can use USB-to-TTL converter to get access of this board. Okay, and once you get the access, you can connect this board with the Wi-Fi. But if your Wi-Fi interface is not showing, then you can use this command. Yeah, and here you can see if you can't check WLAN0 with ifconfig, that may not have loaded the driver. Okay, so this is the case with the BPI-P2 Pro board initially. So you have to run this command, and then you have to run this command, and then after you will be able to see wireless interface on your BPI-P2 Pro board. And once you see that, you can have your IP address like this. Okay, you can use nmcli command to connect with your 4G or 5G Wi-Fi. Once you connect with your Wi-Fi, once you see this output that device WLAN0 successfully activated, you can run the command ifconfig. You can find the IP address of your wireless network, and you can run the SSH command. Okay, this one, SSH Linaro, and your IP address. Once you provide this SSH command, you can use Linaro as a password as well as username to connect with this board over the Wi-Fi network. And once you are connected, you can check your CPU detail, memory detail, RAM detail, everything. Even you can install Node-RED, okay, and you can use this headless computer for your IoT and IoT application. As this is having Ethernet and USB, you can store the data, you can connect the keyboard, mouse, you can connect the pen drive, hard drive, anything. You have the RJ45 interface, so you can collect the industrial data and you can control your industrial devices. Also, it does support the Wi-Fi as well, so you can connect with the Wi-Fi, and you can publish your data to MQTT broker. Okay, anything, it can be done over the Wi-Fi as well as Ethernet. So this is the best board, okay, in small form factor, okay, and it is completely headless board. You don't have to have screen to set up this board, okay, and even if you have the screen, then also you can't use it in this board. This is the headless SPC without any screen interface. So I hope this thing is clear, that how you can set up BPI-P2 Pro board, okay, and how you can flash your operating system onto the eMMC storage of BPI-P2 Pro board. Now, if you have any question, any doubt, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. And you can also ping me on LinkedIn. You can send me a mail. I hope whatever process we have covered in this video is clear to set up this BPI-P2 Pro board. Now let's meet in the future videos, and in the future videos we will see how you can set up this board using SD card. Okay, and there is another way to flash your eMMC storage with operating system, okay, using this Rockchip SD disk tool. Okay, so that thing we are going to cover in the future videos. So stay tuned for the future videos. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.